Whoa, what's up with y'all? Bobby TV, lunchtime talk. Bobby TV, shake back kid. We back. What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? We back with another live. Happy Monday. Money Motivational Mondays. What's up with y'all, man? So we got some topics to talk about. What's up with y'all, man? We got a couple topics to talk about today. We're gonna touch on these Donald Trump tariffs. I've been hearing that it been they just had a protest in my city, and I think it felt like it was all around the country, where they was protesting against Donald Trump, saying he was a dictator or he becoming a king or something, or he get basically what I was getting out of it was they saying that these Trump tariffs is going to cause turmoil and devastation and a recession for the U.S. economy. Like, and the way it's looking, I can see it. I can see that. You know what I mean? Like the tariffs ain't really. You feel me? Like I get what Trump trying to do. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we shouldn't be paying other countries neither when America is the prize. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be paying these other countries. You know what I mean? Unless they paying us, but we shouldn't be paying. They should be actually paying us. Especially, they want our support. You know what I mean? If they want our infrastructure, our military protection, they should be paying us. So I'm with Trump on that. There's no way we should be sending billions to Ukraine and all. You know what I mean? Like, no. Unless we gonna help y'all, then we gotta get something in return, because we all know ain't nothing in this world free. You feel me? So that's what it's all about. Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. Lunchtime talk, man. Say, where are you from? I'm from Baltimore, bro. Baltimore, Maryland. Where you from at? Where you from? I don't sound like you ain't from America with a name like that, but I don't know. You might be. Where you from? Victor? I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, then we got Terrance Howard, y'all. Terrance Howard and just dropped the ball on PBD podcast. And shout out to Patrick Bet-David. I'm familiar with Patrick Bet-David. I was actually listening to a lot of his I used to watch a lot of his content. Watch a lot of his interviews when like last year, until he kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. He had did an interview with Roland Martin. And I ain't even no big Roland Martin fan. I don't know if y'all familiar with Roland Martin. I ain't no big Roland Martin fan. But Roland Martin was spitting some facts on this podcast. You feel what I'm saying? And Patrick, he was denying the facts. I'm like, bruh, like, yo, he got the facts right here in your face. But Terrance Howard goes on Patrick Bet-David podcast. Like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Like, subscribe. Like, lunchtime talk. Robbie TV, shake back kid. We active, we live. Like, subscribe. But yeah, so Terrance Howard goes on Patrick Bet-David and talks about men giving up their manhood in the industry. You feel what I'm saying? Which, I mean, we all knew. If you didn't know, I mean, hey, now you know. And if anybody can tell you, it can be Terrance Howard. Terrance Howard been acting for over 20 years. You feel what I'm saying? So he done been in countless A-list movies. You feel what I'm saying? So if anybody know about the industry, especially for a black man, it's Terrance Howard. You know what I mean? So like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. Robbie TV, lunchtime talk. Like, subscribe to the channel. So yeah, Terrance Terrance Howard goes on Patrick Bet-David podcast and talks about how Puffy P. Diddy tried to take his manhood. You feel what I'm saying? Baby, like it's crazy. What's up, Kenny? Like, subscribe to the channel, man. You say you subscribe. Good looking, Kenny. Good looking. Yeah, Kenny, we go live at 11 o'clock on weekdays, lunchtime talk. And I just give y'all the rundown and just some topics that we talk about throughout the week. What's up with y'all though, man? So yeah, Terrance Howard goes on. Let me go to it on my phone so y'all can see. Terrance Howard goes on there and spills all the beans, and then he goes in there and talk about he questioned the scientists and all that. He was talking about some things that I'm not really too familiar with, as far as like the Big Bang Theory and things of that nature. I'm not too familiar with that. You feel me? So I ain't really know what he was talking about. But Terrance Howard give me that he an intelligent guy, like he ain't no dummy. You feel what I'm saying? Like he study, he do his due diligence. So I mean, you can't take everything what everybody say, but anybody that do question, because a lot of stuff that we've been taught, since school and since we was young, it been propaganda. You feel what I'm saying? It been, like stage. It wasn't, a lot of stuff that we learned it was from somebody else. It wasn't, I would say it wasn't proven to be facts. It was just somebody, oh, we gonna do with this, we gonna run with this. And we going, this how we going to teach the generation and everybody that's coming. So, but yeah, we got a couple topics today. I guess we'll start off with the PBD. So let me see what he say. Yeah, y'all like subscribe to the channel. Y'all like subscribe. We go live every day, Monday through Friday, and I'm about to I'm on vacation this week, y'all. So I'm giving y'all a lot of content this week. Make sure y'all stay on the lookout. Turn y'all post notifications on, cause I'm about to be dropping. And I got a Washington DC little mini vlog that I'm about to drop as well. That's when we coming out today or tomorrow. A little short 10-12 minute video, not nothing too long. And so yeah. So that's what we gonna do. Yeah. You say like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. So what y'all let me show y'all how it go. Let me show y'all. This right here was one of them. Let me see. Come on, man. Why is not letting me? Hold on, I got. What's on my Instagram, y'all? So let me see. Three dead after traffic stop, fleeing 695. Damn. Guy died after getting chased by the police. That's why them police chases, I ain't gonna lie, them bitches vicious. Police chases is vicious. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta be a smooth motherfucker to run from the police, man, cause they'll chase your ass. And you better have a good getaway plan. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, let me show y'all the Terrance Howard. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Terrance Howard. Yeah, he popping. He trending right now.
I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy.
Damn.
And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. The women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men.
Damn.
We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Facts. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all the rest. Let me really pop real quick so I don't keep moving and jittering. Yeah, he right though. That's facts, man. Yo, a lot of these motherfuckers in the industry, man. That's why you always hear motherfuckers talk about, yo, I never sold my soul, I never did this, I never did that. Like, why do you gotta state that if you never did? Why are you even talking like that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, a person that never would do something like that won't even talk like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't really a good you know, like it was really a lot of people that talk like that, you know, they definitely suspect, because why are you talking like that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I ain't never did nothing wrong or did nothing that was suspect, I wouldn't even be talking like that. And I wouldn't have to say, well, I never sold my soul, or I never did this, I never did that. I wouldn't have to talk like that because I never did it. You know what I mean? But the people that did do it, they always saying, well, I never sold my soul, I never did this, I never did that. You know what I mean? So we gotta really take these people that's out here saying that, well, I ain't never did this, I ain't never did that, I never sold my soul. You are a liar. You know what I mean? Because if you didn't, you wouldn't even talk about that. You feel me? Like, it's crazy out here that motherfuckers that you got, all these celebrities that talking about it, come out and say it, expose it, but people still don't want to believe it, bruh. Like, Terrance Howard is one of the biggest actors. He had one of the hottest TV shows with Empire. Shit, when I was in high school about 10 years ago, Empire was one of the biggest shows. It was Empire and Power. If you ain't like Empire, you like the Power. If you ain't like Power, you damn sure like the Empire. Or you like the both, like me. I actually like the both until Empire started getting too goofy. He started having too many gay scenes and all that. I mean, you know what I mean? But Empire started getting goofy. Well, let me show y'all. Here you go right here. See? They'll say, man, Diddy was trying to come for his ass. They'll say, Terrance Howard says Diddy tried to hire him for acting lessons, but really wanted to clap his cheeks.
Invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. He's sitting there.
Like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe.
Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman.
Yeah. Wow. I ain't surprised though. We all know I ain't surprised. That's what goes on in the industry. That's what exactly goes on in the industry, bro. That's what this shit they do. You feel me? Like, that's the shit they do. They do that type shit. You know what I mean? And if you ain't with it, then if you ain't with it, then you getting rolled over. You ain't gonna have no acting lessons. You feel me? So the shit crazy, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even PBD was like, whoa, what did you just say? Like, that's where we going now. I didn't expect us to take this type of turn. You feel me? Like, even Yo was over the tip where it's like, yo, I ain't motherfucking, I ain't expect for you to say all this, yo, hold up. You feel me? Like, yeah, Terrance Howard was a great actor though.
You went to a whole different place. Sorry. No, I get it. So you see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling. When you said no.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to.
He was just saying that. Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Like, yo, motherfuckers, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit was wild, boy, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, wow. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, shit was wild. Yo was on that bitch spilling all the beans. For real. Like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Like, subscribe. Robbie TV, Lunchtime Talk. I ain't gonna be on here for too long today. I got 2 more little topics, then we gonna log off. My other one was we're gonna talk about Trump tariffs. Cause that's what they talking about now. They were just fucking whatchamacallem. They was just protesting for Donald Trump. Let me see. I'm trying.
I have seen by.
Hold on, here you go. Right here.
I do better in bad markets. I buy things in bad markets, and you can't do that in.
You have to see this. This is the best explanation of the Trump tariff policies I have seen by far, and it's from a former Democrat. Share this with somebody who doesn't understand macroeconomics.
What I find so frustrating about the conversation around tariffs is that we all agree on the problem. We all agree that the deindustrialization of America led to the downward mobility of the American working class, deaths of despair, people working multiple jobs and not being able to afford the American dream. We all agree that it is deeply unfair for the American middle class to be bearing the burden of unfair tariffs from other countries. We all agree that it is great for the president to have leverage in order to demand reasonable things, like that countries stop allowing fentanyl to murder 100,000 Americans every year, and that Mexico do its part to police its own border. And yet when somebody has the courage to show up and say to Wall Street, screw you, I'm waging class warfare on behalf of the American working class, and you elites in Wall Street, you do what you need to do because I'm not going to stop fighting for the American working class. Suddenly everybody is sitting around going, oh no, the stock market. Yeah, the stock market looks like that because the rich are punishing Trump for siding with the neglected and humiliated American working class over them. We have already seen these tariffs work, Pierce. The number of people crossing the southern border is at 0. Fentanyl is at record lows for the last 10 years. We have already seen $1.2 trillion in manufacturing invested in this country since January 21st. So they have already worked. Now, how long is Wall Street going to keep trying to punish this president for standing the American working class? I don't know, but I can tell you that the view from the street is people cannot believe that there is a president who is working for for them, who is putting them first and telling Wall Street to go screw itself. Wall Street, which picked the Democrats for the last 3 election cycles in a row. That's what the real story is here. About Canada, a lot of people are asking, why Canada? We love Canada. Canada are our friends. Why wage this tariff war on Canada? And of course, the answer is simple. Canada and Mexico are the back door to the American economy because we have this trade deal with them, the USMCA. If Canada and Mexico do not match our tariffs on China, China simply builds car manufacturing plants in Canada and in Mexico, which they have already done, and they use that in order to get tariff-free cars into the American market, which is exactly what President Trump is trying to get away from. So what he wants from them is for them to close that back door.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of the shit she say, I definitely agree with. Like, the middle class, they wiping us out. You know what I mean? Like, you see middle class working 2 jobs, man, or got a DoorDash and Uber Eats and all this Uber and all, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta do a lot of stuff just to stay afloat. And from what it's saying, though, I mean, they saying, you know, everything has a good thing, but it's
Everybody is sitting around going,
you know.
We're going to teach the USA.
We
Hold
don't
on.
need anything. We don't.
So Mexico and Canada are growing a backbone, and they're going to teach the USA a lesson because Trump's just put tariffs on them. You know what's actually funny about all of this? The Canadians are acting tough. I can't believe America taxed Canadians. Do you know who's taxed Canadians the most?
Canada.
Your own
Canada is so
tax
expensive.
you into the ground. You have a 20% carbon tax. You get taxed to piss. You get taxed every time you fuck a dude. It's a fucking tax fest, so they can afford all the immigrants who don't work. So Mexico and Canada.
Yeah, Canada, yo, I don't know if y'all know, Canada is 2 times expensive than the USA. Anything that's in the USA and Canada is probably, if it ain't double, is 1.5% increase. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like, if you got a book that's $9.99 in America, in Canada, that motherfucker $16.99. I'm telling you. If you got a car in America that's brand new car, say you get a brand new Mercedes in America, say about 65,000, 60,000. In Canada, motherfucker 80,000. Like, yo, Canada is expensive. I don't know if they, I'm pretty sure their wages may be higher. I don't know, but Canada is super expensive, bro. Like, yo, Canada is high as shit. You feel me? So, like, let me go on YouTube, see what they talking about. And they saying, like, it's 2 different parts of the story. So basically saying on one end, you know, this is gonna be good because we putting the pressure on these countries, you know, Mexico and Canada, which is, you know, well, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. We don't produce shit in America though. So what it's saying, Canada's give us our electricity, our you know, our electricity and our like fuel, and they got a big oil pipeline that runs from Canada from Alaska through Canada and then all the way down to the USA. I forgot what it was called, but they cut it off. Biden cut it off. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I'm not advertising for Trump because I'm not no Trump fan. I heard with Trump he don't like black people, but I'm American. You know what I mean? So whatever he do for America, it benefits me. You know what I mean? Because I am American. You know what I mean? Like, we all American. We might be black, white, Spanish, European, whatever. But you still, if you're a U.S. citizen, you American. So if Trump cuts out income tax for all American citizens, if you're an American citizen, that you're gonna benefit from that. Or if he make it where the federal government and the Federal Reserve start, you know, giving out more loans, and the government give out more loans and stuff, then yeah, we gonna be benefiting from that. So I'm not for Trump, you know what I mean? But it's some things that he is doing that I do see that can benefit America. You feel what I'm saying? Now we just gonna have to play it out and see. You know what I mean? So let me see. Let me look on YouTube, see what they talking about. Donald Trump tariffs. They was killing, and they just had, hold on, let me show y'all these protests. They just had some protests out. Hold on. They had protests like it was all over the country. I don't know what the protest was I'm thinking it looked like it was about like Trump or something. Forgot what kind of protest it was, but they was out there doing something. Let me see. Hold on. We're gonna go to news. We're gonna go to where the local news at. Local news. Here you go right here. Oh, it's called the Hands Off protest. They had one in New York. Let me see. See the one in Baltimore. Hands Off protest, Baltimore. Yeah, this one happened right. This was 41 minutes ago. Come on, man. Something wrong with my phone too, y'all. Getting goofy.
Buy, purchase, get, obtain.
So yeah, they Oh, here you go right here.
We're fighting for the 50-51 national movement, standing for 50 states, 50 protests, and one movement combining with National Hands Off Day. The Free State Coalition Maryland organized the rally of over 1,000 protesters. We're fighting for community rights of humans and citizens' rights. Free State Coalition organizer Jessica Davis addressing a variety of topics. It's really hands off, our Social Security, hands off our Medicare, our Medicaid, hands off, veterans benefits. We've reported to you, the Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has said last week, cuts coming from the administration are to accomplish two goals. He says save the taxpayer money by making the department more efficient and to improve quality of service. However, many are calling the cuts an attack.
This is what democracy looks like.
Democratic state lawmakers, Congressman Johnny Olszewski, Senator Chris Van Hollen, and Congressman Kwesi Mfume spoke during the rally, opposing actions from the Trump administration and sending their own messages to the president.
Leave our Medicaid and Medicare alone. Leave Social Security alone. Leave food programs for children alone. Leave the Department
I don't remember Donald Trump ever saying he was gonna cut that though. Elon Musk probably cutting, but he's cutting dead weight.
For the Elon Musk and the billionaires of America, and he's doing it at the expense of everybody else in America.
I would say hope is the most important thing coming out of this rally. And we did reach out to the Maryland Republican Party for comment on this story, but they did decline to comment for this. Live tonight outside of Baltimore City Hall, I'm Tori Yorkie, WBAL-TV 11 News.
So I guess they, fuck this bad. They owe some shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm 25, so I got about a good, I'm 25, so I got about a good 35 years. Yeah, it's 45, 55. Yeah, so I got about a good 35 years before I can retire. Really 40, for real. Because you got to retire, what, at 65? So y'all got another 40 years. God damn. Just imagine how the world gonna be in 40 years, y'all. Like, I don't even like... But if they better not cut my fucking Medicaid and Social Security, because shit. Even though I'm not gonna, me personally, I'm trying to be with the Elon Musks and all them. You know what I mean? Not even on a level, because you got, it's certain things you gotta do to get the lead level. But like I was just looking at a good YouTuber. Shout out to Anton Daniels. I like Anton Daniels. He a good YouTuber. He think he a good black businessman. Do what he need to do, take care of his family. He said, man, once you really get about 10 M's, 10 million. He said, man, this really ain't nothing too much you can do. Like, I mean, he said it ain't no difference between 10 million and 100 million. And I mean, it is, as far as like, you can go get nigga that probably got 100 million. He got the big mega yacht, 50, 40, 50 million, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? You probably got a little baby yacht, whatever. But I mean, that's just going in status quota. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm the man, I'm a billionaire. I got the $100 million yacht, whatever. But, you know what I mean? If you got a yacht too, my shit might not be a mega yacht like yours, but I still got a yacht, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So, you say, driving that car while on benefits, yeah, right, you're scamming the system. Oh, I ain't never said I was on benefits, bro. I got a hard working job, man. I'm at work right now. What you talking about? You can just take what I just said. Social Security, Medicaid, motherfucking retirement. That's what I'm working for, bro. You talking about beating the system? I don't scam no system. You can't scam the system. The system is made for you not to scam. Anybody that scams the system, you going to jail, brother. Like, I don't know what you thought. You must be a troll. Yeah, man, you getting goofy. But yeah, man, we ain't gonna worry about him. But yeah, no, I'm just saying though, bro. Like, definitely ain't trying. You know, we all working. We work. They take money out your check for Social Security. They take money out your check for Medicaid. They take money out your checks for when you get old. That money could come back to you. From what I was taught. You know what I mean? So if that shit do be, I'm with them on that. I don't want that shit be gone by the time I get 50, 55, 60, looking to retire. You feel me? So like, cause I've been at my job for a while now, so I can retire. Really, I gotta do 31 years at my job, and I done did 5 already. This year make it 5. So when you really gotta be there, you gotta do 31. So I really did about 4. So by the time I get about close to 60, I can retire from this job I got right now. And this is a good job I got. You feel me? So I don't know what you talking about, good cat. You need to go ahead and, you know what I mean? Go ahead and crawl, go run under a car or something. But yeah, man, that's what they talking. So let me talk about these Trump tariffs real quick. What they talking about, and then we're gonna get into the girl that got caught out in Ohio. Y'all know what's crazy? I went to school with that girl too. That video I showed y'all, that girl killing that girl in broad daylight, just. I don't know what she was thinking, man. She was always, you know, she wasn't a bad girl though. At school, I went to school with her. We went to middle school together. She wasn't a bad girl. She, you know, she fought it all. Like, we grew up in the inner city. Yeah, man. So, but I think she got influence. She definitely got influence, man. And that you gotta watch who you influenced by, because people can influence you to do some shit that can throw your life away forever, like for real. So we gonna show y'all that, then we out of here. I'm gonna be on here about another good about 5 minutes. But let's see what they talking about these Trump tariffs. Give me a short video. I ain't even. Let me see Trump tariffs on black businesses. Let's see what they talking about. Said they here to stay too. But I'd rather for Trump to tax another country than to tax us. Even though if you look at it, all our shit come from other countries. So it is a bounce back effect. You know what I mean? That shit like you ever hit something that hit, like you ever slap something and hit you right back, or hit something that be like, damn. You know what I mean? That's kind of what these tariffs do. Because if you put tariffs to a Canada ain't gonna do that. But y'all want electricity from us? Yeah, we giving it to y'all at 12%. Now it was 22%. You feel what I'm saying? China, you know, China, we get everything from China. Like, I don't, China, we messed up in America by letting our industrial and what's the word, manufacturing. We don't manufacture nothing in America, bro. Everything, like, everybody know that. You can ask anybody. You can ask probably a little 12, 11-year-old kid, hey, you know what this Kanye? It probably came from China. Everybody in America though, we get everything from China. So that kind of means China kind of got us by the levels, if you know what I mean, by the bars. You feel me? Because if we put in tariffs on China and all these other countries, everything, like, you know, our clothes, like this sweater I got on probably was made in Bangladesh or Thailand or Cambodia. You know what I mean? A little sweatshop or something. You feel what I'm saying? So them countries are from over there, and them leaders, they gonna definitely bounce back. Straight hit us with, oh yeah, you want to put tariffs on us? We going up y'all price for everything y'all getting that y'all want us to ship over there. So we was giving it to y'all at 5%. Now it's at 13. We was giving it to you at 13. Now it's at 21. You feel me? China probably really gonna try to hit us over the head. But yeah, let me see what they talk about. See, here go ahead.
Trump, who's very smart,
spirit toys for a reason the first time. You don't mess with Santa's supply chain. Toy Association got 20 countries, including Japan, China, Vietnam, to reciprocate and have zero tariff on toys from America going to those countries.
Damn.
And now, frankly, this thing is going to backfire because if you make Cozy Coupe, if it goes to China, it has to be a 34% higher price. And they're not going to buy it, and we have to lay off people. There's nothing we can do. They are absolutely impossible to make certain toys in America. And if you could, it will take 2-3 years.
Damn.
And those jobs are going to go to robots.
That's true. That's true. Damn. So I get what he said, because we don't have, like, we ain't built nothing in America since really the last past 40, 50 years, man. Really since the last past 30 years. Really after the 90s, everything, the manufacturing jobs was done. We like say, and he made a good point. We like the toys that they can make over there in China and Thailand and Vietnam. Them jobs over there is great jobs for them, even though they don't pay nothing. A lot of them getting overworked and stuff, so they got a lot of humanitarian and rights they getting abused over there, but they making money. You feel what I'm saying? And countries like us, we probably the most dependent, you know what I mean, on stuff that come from other countries, especially poor, undeveloped countries, because it's cheap to make. You feel what I'm saying? They got all, and that's really what them countries is built on. Like building, like you say, stuff that like bottles, toys, iPhone cases, everything, you know what I mean, material. Them countries built off that. You feel what I'm saying? America, we built off just glitz and glamour. You know what I mean? Like we built off, America just really built off just the fear. Like we built off fear for real. Like that. And I was just watching a man by Edward Snowden. You feel what I'm saying? Like America built off fear. You feel what I'm saying? Like we can't control you or compromise you. We just gonna, you feel me? Like America built off fear for real. So, and don't get me wrong, you know, we got the best talent, and you know, some of the best talent besides Africa. You feel what I'm saying? So, but we don't produce nothing. We barely make cars. And every other country got their own car, multiple companies that beat out little GMs and Ford. You know what I mean? Ford might be the biggest thing that we got in America. And Disney. You feel what I'm saying? Like real shit, like shit like Disney and all the Disney shit getting made in China. If you look at any Disney toy, that shit probably made in China, Thailand, Cambodia, Taiwan. I mean, it ain't made in America 9 times out of 10. You maybe get 10% inventory, maybe 20. But all the rest of that shit, 80% of that shit made in another country because it's cheaper to make it over there. You feel me? So, but we gonna get off of that. We just gonna, see how it go, man. We gonna see how it go. I don't really trust that Elon Musk though. Keep the thing with you. He give me Terminator, motherfucking. I ain't like how he talking about making robots. What's up with everybody in these robots and AI? Like, why do we want somebody to be smarter than humans? I don't get it. Like, try to be smarter than. I mean, I know it's all about innovation and, you know what I mean. What's the next big thing? But these robots, man, I'm not feeling that. Like AI, nah, I ain't really. It's too much going on. It's too much going on. It's too much going on. Like I ain't feeling that a lot at all. But you just gotta adapt with the world, man. The world gonna change. Like phones, internet. I'm talking to y'all through live. Whoever watching this. Like this wasn't available. This wasn't, you know what I mean? It was available, but it wasn't how it was now, you know what I mean? Just instant 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Even probably 30 years ago. Because I think when YouTube came out, YouTube really got big. And like Skype and Zoom and all that shit. Really from like 2010. 2010 on up, then when technology really, you feel what I'm saying? 2010, you might find somebody still with a flip phone. Or I still had a house phone in my house in 2010. You mean, ain't nobody got house phones now. You feel me? Maybe your old grandmother that she don't even use. So, yeah. But yeah, this the last story we got right here. This the girl I would say that they found that she killed in East Baltimore, and they found that in Ohio. Man, I can't believe she went out like that, shorty. Damn, that's not how we want to go out. Really, that's really not. It's not how you really supposed to go out, neither. But we gonna let's see. This was a couple days ago. Oh, this is an updated story. This is 2 days ago, because I seen this last week, like 6, 7. Internet. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. Come on, man. See, my internet want to act goofy now. Like, subscribe to the channel. Lunchtime Talk. We about to get up out of here. Trying to show y'all, mother. See, this is 2 weeks. This is 2 months ago. Oh, here we go.
While Baltimore police say federal agents tracked down the suspect accused of gunning down.
Why is it buffering, bro? Come on. Let's see, hold on, my bad, y'all. I'm having technical difficulties real quick. But I got y'all. Let me show y'all this last video. You not want to go out like this, man. I'm telling you, like, I realize, man, a lot of stuff can be worked out just through communication. You feel what I'm saying? Like black people, we so quick to kill another black person. You feel what I'm saying? Like we gotta start communicating with each other better. And I know it's easier said than done, but it gotta be done, man. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta start talking to each other. You know what I mean? I gotta start with myself too, because I know I have a problem with it too. I find myself mean, mugging my, you know what I mean? So you gotta be, you know, and you can't be, you know, you gotta be cordial, you know what I mean? Because you can't trust everybody, you know, it's still, you know, but
what is your ex doing?
Yeah, man, we gotta start doing better, man, with this, because it's gonna be a never-ending cycle, yo. Never-ending cycle. So, let me see if I can show y'all what's going on. What's going on with my... Dang, man, they ain't trying to let me get my video. Come on, man. Yeah, y'all, I don't think they're gonna let me get the video, but I don't know if y'all can see her right there. They caught her ass. Damn, shorty, she went out bad. So, yeah, y'all, that's all it is.
Down a woman in the middle of the street in Baltimore last month. That deadly shooting went viral after it was caught on cell.
Yeah,
Viral after.
Something going on with my. Let me see. I don't think so. Yeah, so I guess I ain't really let me know what it is.
Vincent, Baltimore police have identified the suspect as Unique Thorne. Investigators say just yesterday, the 26-year-old was arrested hundreds of miles away in Ohio, but many questions remain. 26-year-old Unique Thorne now in custody. According to Baltimore police, the U.S. Marshal Service tracked down the murder suspect more than 300 miles away in Massillon, Ohio, a small town about 25 miles south of Akron. Investigators say Thorne fled here from Baltimore after fatally shooting 31-year-old Shakima Turner in the middle of the road on East Preston Street in the city's Central Police District back on March 18th. The murder caught on cell phone video and later uploaded to social media. In it, you see an armed person running down the sidewalk and then firing towards another person who then collapses in the street. We've opted to not show it in its entirety. Fox 45 News also obtaining 911 dispatch audio that captured police responding to the scene. 27, yeah, we have someone down underneath the camera. Green line person.
She got one shooter to the chest.
You guys that one to the head?
Chest.
Baltimore police say a dispute
Like,
led up to the
subscribe,
shooting,
like,
but
subscribe to the
since Thorne's
channel, like,
arrest,
subscribe.
investigators have yet to release any additional detail, including the believed relationship between the suspect and victim, if they were known to one another prior to this dispute, and what
I wanna know
exactly
too.
this dispute was about. The spokesperson writing, all those questions are part of the investigation and will be presented in court. I checked. Thorne does not have a criminal history here in Maryland. We're checking other jurisdictions, including Ohio, where investigators say she fled and remains right now. Investigators say she will be extradited to Baltimore, but when asked, did not have a time frame. Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News. I'm Mary Kamala. Thank you for watching. Here's another.
Yeah, man, they gonna smash her. Like, man, rest in peace to that girl. And shit, man, she might say rest in peace to her too, cause she gonna spend the rest of her life in prison. That was just cold-blooded right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's sad that we just throw your life away like that, man. Real talk. So we definitely gotta do better, move better. You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, y'all make sure y'all, you know, be on the lookout for some new vlogs, some more lives. I'm gonna have my like I said, I got a DC little mini vlog. It's coming out today or tomorrow, so y'all make sure y'all tap in. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You know, lunchtime talk, Money Mondays. You know how we do. Robbie TV, like, subscribe to the channel. You feel what I'm saying? Comment if y'all think, you know, some other topics we can touch on, or, you know, I missed or whatever. Because I don't really follow too much news. I really follow just like the main news for real. So, and you know, my city. So yeah, man, just like, subscribe to the channel. It's another day. Lunchtime talk, Robbie TV. Y'all stay safe. Stay something free. We out.